Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently winding down this war, and we're going to need a lot of admin power to make this all happen. No doubt about that, but for now, let's just cruise on through. There is this very awkward coattail war here, and we'll see what ends up happening with that. They're currently sieging there, and we have no access here, so it's very awkward. But for now, this is absolutely fine. We're just going to let this siege finish up. These guys are running away. Okay, fair enough. So, are we at war with any of these guys up here? Zalisco and Tanala. Yes, we're at war with both. Okay, so that's noted. There's some awkward occupations up over here. But for now, this seems fine. Now, we did just have our ruler die. 322, huh? That is not a great stat roll, but it's okay. It's almost average. Cool. It is slightly below average, though. No doubt about that. So that is understood. How are we doing over here? We're approaching Diptech 10. So I'm wondering, what is Europe at for Miltech? Castile is at 11? Okay. I think we need to continue to focus Miltech for now until we get caught up with them. Also, we're at plus 6.87, but how much of that is looting? It actually doesn't say in here. Okay, noted. I would like to get a military advisor, and the 4.91 monthly is a lot. Morale of armies plus 10% is really good, though. I'm going to go with this guy. I want to get that extra military power coming in every month, because we need to get caught up with Europe. So we need to get to being ahead of time in military tech. That's understood. So we finished up this siege. We're going to head up over this direction. Looks good. And yes, we will do this gladly. Fantastic. There's a peace offer from Matt Lazinka, which is these guys down over here. We're going to decline that. We want our own peace deal. Codification of the Faith, huh? Plus 2% missionary strength for all of forever is really, really good. 50 admin power is slightly painful, but I'm going to do it because that is very powerful. So that sounds good for now. I would like to see this come under our control. Let's shift consolidate this, and then we'll split out, not the cannon. I want to split out just an infantry. Okay, then we're going to come around over here. So that looks fine for now. We're not at war with these guys. Are we at war with Chichimeca? No, we are not. Okay, so that is absolutely noted. We control here. I want to come take this fort. We don't have enough to siege this. We need 9. That's understood. I'm going to shift consolidate this, and I'm going to send over 3 units. They're going to come on over, and that'll be fine. Actually, they're going to stop here. Our ally might come in over here and help us out. No? Okay. Very rude. So Tlaxcala is coming in here to attack Aztec. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. So we're going to move up over to here. Wonderful. The growth of the port of Ecab. Sure. So we're waiting for some of this to finish up. We'll see what we're able to get out of this. But for now, we want to finish sieging up in this area. So this will be fine. We have Zapotec Separatists out over here. Noted. Let's head on down for now. How short are we right now? 1,564 men? Okay. So that's understood. This province is currently under siege. We're going to have to go get rid of that. And they're going to get some separatism here, which is unfortunate. These guys are making their way back up. Noted. Let's grab Diptech 10. That looks good. We're going to fight here. They're sieging here. They've decided not to siege here. They're coming back this way. Actually, they're coming up this way. They're making some very awkward circles. Okay, let's get this core done. There we go. And at this point, it's going to take us some time to get up here again. That's understood. They're running away-ish. They're running away-ish. And we're continuing this siege up over here. We do have a fort breach on that, so that looks good. We can't walk into Tlaxcala here, which is very, very awkward. Although we might be able to ask them. No, they wouldn't do it previously, would they? No, 47 reasons not to. Okay. So that's understood. We're going to get a crazy amount of aggressive expansion out of this, that's for sure. And I do want to head down this direction and hopefully catch these guys somewhat soon. But for now, I'm just going to park us here. Okay, so 21 at this point. That looks good. And this siege is actually over. That's beautiful. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to grab this area. So, we're going to need to think about what we want to take here. This is 99% war score. It's not going to get higher unless this other war ends. So the Hassanai Federation, huh? That's these guys up here. And I'm wondering, they're Miltech 7? That's not very threatening, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just thinking about what we might want to take here. We can full annex Aztec. Matlazinka, we can't. We also cannot full annex Xalisco or Tanala. But who is Tanala currently? Tanala has vassals. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking about doing. We take this territory here, not you. This territory. That is already 90 war score. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get too much more out of this then. We can take like that, and that's 100 war score. That's going to make some people very angry, but it's not anyone we care about. So that looks good. I was hoping we'd get a little more out of this, like vassalize some of this up here, but, I mean, with this peace offer value, this is literally the best we're ever going to be able to get. So that seems fine. We should take what we can and get out of here. Cool. So we're going to get these guys grouped up over here. This fort is nice. I like that positioning. And we are going to mothball these forts, of course. There we go. That looks good. And at this point, we have a mission fulfilled. So we are going to come down here, I think. No, this is all Europe stuff. So we need to go... Where is that mission? Here. That's going to gain us a bunch of ducats and a max promoted culture. Cool. And also giving us some trade efficiency and governing capacity. So we'll do it. Fantastic. Getting those ducats is really good, and I also want to switch out our superior unit types here. So Reformed American Hill Warriors, and that is indeed what we want to take here. Central American Cavalry, and do we want Pedreros or Culverins? Well, again, I usually go for offensive pips, so we're going to go for Culverins. That is, of course, going to get rid of all of our morale, but we don't really care all that much. We're going to start coring these, but that's going to take some time to get that cored. So that's understood. We can also start converting some provinces, and I would very much like to be working on that. So that looks good. We can seize land. That would again be a good thing to do right now. Yes, that would definitely be a good thing to do. We're going to seize that land, and we can repay at least some of this debt. We can repay all of our debt. Consider it done. Okay, so we're going to crank up our rooting out of corruption. This is actually pretty solid right here. I like it. That looks good. Where are we at for war exhaustion? 5.91? Okay, that definitely needs to come down a bit. Understood. So we're just going to bring these guys right on over, and we'll start them drilling out here. We can sell titles. I don't think that's a good idea. Minus 0.23. That is not surprising. Why did you stop moving? You're supposed to go here. Okay. So yeah, I'm not super shocked that we're at minus 0.17 right now. That should turn around as we finish reinforcing our army, which will be very, very soon. So let's get these guys drilling, and I want to take a look at what we're at here. So a combat width of 25, and we're at 26 out of 31, so we should expand our army size. Noted. Specifically, we should have 3 units of cavalry. But I'm probably going to go up to 4. When are we going to get another combat width is my question. So let's check in quick on our next Miltech. Yeah, this is going to give us a combat width +2. Okay. That seems reasonably fine. Let's get another core started. Wonderful. And we're going to have some rebels. This is not surprising. Let's actually stop these guys from drilling for right now and let their morale regenerate, because these rebels are going to be coming very, very soon. Very soon indeed. We can grant a New World Charter, and that's going to give us another explorer. Okay, I'm going to hold off on that because I want to get a pair of caravels queued up here. And let's get those built, and then we'll get that explorer. Okay, so this is going to be where? Okay, we should move to Zapotek then. Over we go. And there's that revolt, and also some noble rebels in our vassal. I'm not too worried about that. They can take care of that. So that seems okay. We'll just crush the mixed tech rebels, and back we go. So we are still slightly negative. We need 458 men. Okay, that's really, really not bad. We can get bloodletting, but instead we're going to take the local unrest, which that's going to be a lot of local unrest. It's not surprising. We're going to get another core underway here. We do have a lot of overextension right now, and we need to get that cored as soon as we can, but we're short on admin power. So that is absolutely understood that that is going to be a thing. Marital bliss, huh? We could gain 5 prestige, and that'll cap our prestige. I guess that's okay. Let's get drilling again, and we are positive financially now, so that looks good. I wouldn't mind potentially getting ourselves an advisor here. It would have to be a level 1 advisor. Yearly inflation reduction? Actually, that's pretty good. Let's do that. That'll get us an additional admin power per month. And it'll also eat up basically all of our income, but that's understood. We're going to grab a siege ability there, and I would like to see about constructing some additional temples or workshops. Let's see in about temples first. We can build 1? Okay, let's get that going. That'll be fine. Oh, we just became a great power. I was not expecting to become a great power right now. Later? Yes. But now? Wild. I didn't expect that at all. We're ranked number 8, so we're the very last great power. But we're on the board. Shocking. Okay, well, for the time being, we're going to continue doing what we're doing, because that is clearly working. So next up, we're going to need 56 admin power for our next location. More blood sacrifice, huh? Okay, we gained admin power there. That's really good. That means that we can get this core going. And so we shall. We're 40 away from getting another core going too. So that looks wonderful. We are going to need to get those cores done, and I don't want to go back to war until after that's done. I do want to get ourselves... If we want to prep for our next Miltech, then what we're going to need is 2 units of cavalry and 1 unit of Reformed American Hill Warriors. So that's definitely a thing. We can do more conversion, and we certainly want to do that. So we're going to continue to work on that. That looks good. All of these are convertible, and we're going to work on that for basically ever. Now our Crownland is still low, and we will deal with that. We're at a minus 10% national tax modifier from it, and plus 25% liberty desire. So we certainly do want to raise up our Crownland. And when can we next interact with Seasland? That's going to be in 3 years. Okay. That's understood. And we are working on reducing our corruption, going down by 0.61 right now. Our colony and people just became self-sustaining, and at this point I want to grab, well, they could come up this way. So we could grab like Alulas or Nicaragua. 502 days to go to Nicaragua. Let's just head to Olancho for now. That'll be fine. Okay, so this is all here. I do definitely want to grant a New World Charter. So that'll give us an explorer. And there we go. We're going to immediately start doing exploration. Explore the Caribbean. Let's go. So we're going to start getting ourselves some additional map here. That'll be a very useful thing indeed. And we're at 108 gold right now. Is that enough to build? It is. So 0.13 versus 0.25. Obviously, we take the 0.25. That'll be fine. We just finished exploring the Caribbean. We didn't get very much exploration of the Caribbean done, I can't help but notice. But let's just check in here and see what else we want to do. Well, let's explore the Caribbean Sea. So that'll be fine. We also can get more coring going. Do we want a full core people? Not yet, is the answer. We want to get this overextension dealt with. That is mission number 1. Portugal rivaled us. Okay. How creepy is that? So they're Miltech 11. They've got 49k soldiers and 50 ships. Presumably that's not 50 transports. So that's noted. In that case, what we need to do right now is project strength. So that means that we need to get some money in here, and we need to build a couple of additional units. We are drilling our units, which is increasing our strength. Matlazinka had Doomsday occur. That's fine. And we should be able to get another core going here shortly. 63. Okay, this next month tick. No, we currently have 60. Okay. Well, now this next month tick. There we go. And our overextension is going to start dropping. So that looks good. Okay, we just finished our exploration again. And we are going to grab ourselves the Caribbean Sea coast next. We're definitely getting more ideas here of what's going on out here. That's always great. Always great. We do need to roll up a new general. Or make our ruler be our general. Which would we prefer? Let's see what our ruler and our heir is like. Our ruler has better stats than our heir does. Okay, so I'm going to roll a leader then. I don't like spending power on that, but that's a good leader. I mean, 3 fire, 4 shock, 2 maneuvers mediocre, but the 4 shock is nice. So let's get these guys drilling again. Perfect. And at this point, what we need to do is we need to make ourselves some money. So we're going to be rooting out our corruption for a while yet, going down by 0.61 a year. A lot of that is offset, though, by our overextension. So once our overextension starts to drop, we're going to be in a much, much better scenario. So that looks good. It looks like we're going to have Aztecs rebelling soon. So let's make our way up over here. And there's a couple of cores coming in. So that drops their overextension by a total of 10%. It's not huge, but it is definitely useful. Glory Road, huh? A base tax just for free? I like it. We should probably rival Portugal. I'd rather rival Portugal than Castile, for sure. And Castile is also kind of angry at us, and they're allied with Portugal. However, we do know about Norway, so that's something. I wish we knew about their enemies. Who are they enemies with? England, Aragon, and Lithuania. Okay. Shouldn't they have formed Spain by now? Maybe they chose not to. Interesting. Well, for the time being, I'm not actually sure on the timing of that. For the time being, we are, of course, going to continue here. And this puts us negative financially, so I'm not actually going to have these mercenaries here, because we do need to boost up our on-paper strength a little bit. So that is fine. We're not going to convert for a moment here. Okay, we finished up another naval mission. I like it. We're going to continue to explore. This one will next be the American East Coast, now that we've got the entire Caribbean explored. Cool. So that looks fine for now. We do need to have some more cash coming in. We're lacking 10 admin power at this moment, so actually this went down to 62. That's cool. And our war exhaustion is, of course, continuing to drop. We'll get this core going, and that seems wonderful. So once our war exhaustion is gone, that will be helpful for us. No doubt about that. We are at 10,000 manpower right now, and I would like to build this up a bit. So we definitely have some separatists brewing up over here. So I want to bring this up to 4 units of cavalry. We can make a state here, which I'm going to do, although technically we shouldn't do that yet, now that I think about it, because we can't make these full cores just yet, or rather we don't want to, because we want to make these territorial cores first. That's more important. So we definitely want to get that done. And let's head down over here. And the reason we didn't want to make the state, actually, is because that increases maintenance in this area. So that will drop off our income somewhat. Okay, so Aztec separatists spawned right on the fort there, but that's okay. We're kind of in position. There we go. And we can continue to explore here. So let's go for the American East Coast this time. Yeah, we're definitely getting some more information on what's going on in the world right now. That's wonderful. Now we're going to bring these guys on back. And what I want at this point is, well, this core. That'll be a next month thing. There we go. Let's get that going. Our overextension is going to continue to drop. Where's this next location? Yokotan, huh? So right up over here. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to park over here. Lose 50 admin power or lose 10 prestige. That's rough. I'm going to lose the prestige, and I'm not happy about it. Okay, so there's another core coming in. That is wonderful. We need another rival. It's going to be Caribus. Okay, that'll be fine for now. So Caribus is out over here. That's understood. For the time being, we're not really too concerned about heading out there. We're still working on consolidating all of this territory, right? That is currently the goal. So these Yokotan separatists are going to fire very, very soon. And that is all good. We do need 86 admin power, actually now 85 admin power, to make Mexico into a core. That's understood. Tlaxcala wants access? No, thank you. Next up, we are going to send these guys out on another exploration mission, this time for probably the North Atlantic Sea. That'll be fine. And out they go. Excellent. So there's those Yokotan separatists, and we're going to go grab them. That is the entire reason why we did not drill our army. Perfect. So we're going to bring these guys back. There we go. And now we can set our army to drilling. So we'll get going on that, and I would like to bring this up to 3. We don't quite have enough to bring this to 4, but that will be the goal. There we go. Now this is 4, and we want this to go up to, well, this is going to be a total of 26, right? And it's going to be 27 once we get that next mill tech. So internal conflicts with these guys, that's understood. And 15 legitimacy or a stability? We take the stability, absolutely. That's wonderful. So next, we're going to grab an additional unit of infantry here, which we'll need gold for. There we go. We can grab ourselves Miltech 11 now. That's huge. So we're going to grab that for sure. That'll cost us 633 military power, but that's understood. That is a very big deal for us. So that's Miltech 11, and the question is, what is Castile at? 12. Okay, so we're still behind Castile. We're on time with Portugal, but we're behind England. So we need to continue to work on that Miltech for right now. We are going to get enough admin tech, or rather enough admin power to grab Mexico as a core very shortly here. There we go. That'll be fine. And when do we get our next Miltech here? That's going to get us military tactics and supply limit. Understood. That's apparently 6 years out. Okay. We can seize land, and we should definitely do this. Perfect. So we're no longer in low crownland. That's going to boost up our income by a pretty hefty amount. So 3.93. Next, what we want to do is we want to max out this army to our force limit with cannon. So that's going to be 4 total cannon, and that's going to be like 100 and some gold. So that's going to be slightly expensive, for sure. We're going to full core people, and we could lose the stability or gain a corruption, and that's definitely not ideal. I'm going to lose the stability here since we were at 3. That'll be okay. I do want this corruption to go away. It is pretty close, actually. So that looks good. Our maneuver improved here. Okay, I like it. And we're losing our great power status. To be honest, I was surprised that we had great power status to begin with. So it's all good. I want to know what our institution situation is out here. So... okay, that's not bad. We're going to have printing press spawning pretty soon. It's definitely not going to spawn in our territory. Yeah. It has to be in North Germany, South Germany, Protestant, or Reformed. It's definitely not going to spawn in our territory. That's okay. So at this point, we still need to be projecting power, so we need to boost up our cannon numbers. That is definitely something that needs to happen. So supply limit of 32 there is fine. A CB on Castile, huh? Interesting. Oh, that would be why. Okay. Sounds good. So New Granada has some territory down here. They've cut us off for the time being. That's okay. We'll fight New Granada eventually. They're a crown colony of Castile. Would Castile defend them, hypothetically? No. Okay. We should probably consider attacking them at some point. I don't think now is the exact time I want to do that, though. So let's get these full cores done. And as those full cores finish up, we definitely need to have our explorer out exploring. So let's continue to work on that. As these full cores finish up, 21 ducats for 20 military power is interesting. And I'm doing it. That, of course, is going to shave a few months, in fact, a little over 2 months off of our next mill tech. So that sounds great. That'll be absolutely wonderful. So we gain a skill 3 diplomatic reputation advisor, huh? 50% cheaper to employ. It's still probably going to be too expensive for us, so we're going to have him serve as a local leader. That seems fine for now. So uprising up here in our vassal. This is not very relevant. Looks good. And I do want to continue to boost our cannon numbers, but for now, this is looking fine. Okay, Castile declared on us. So that's not tremendously surprising. We knew that this would likely happen eventually. Okay. So this is certainly noted. So Castile and Portugal are both in this. And England is hostile towards us too right now. So this is going to be interesting, but we're going to be in a lot better of a position to defend ourselves than we were previously. No doubt about that. We'll see how rapidly they can get here, although we do have tier 4 here. So monthly war exhaustion reduction is interesting. Admin tech cost reduction is very interesting. Let's go for that. Okay. So we're going to move down here. We know that Castile has forces right here. That is 20k, and their full army size is 42k. So not counting their allies and their colonies, this is half of their army. Okay, well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I guess we're fighting Castile. We'll see about taking maybe these territories down here. I don't think there's too much else that we're super interested in taking from them. But that's definitely going to be our war goal for right now. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.